Deal to graduate Jesus House. People think of 6 months. You know, in the world, we think about 6 months like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's 6 months. 6 months flies by like this. Okay, and we don't think about, because we're not God. So we think about these little small factions and these minute things that happen over the course of 6 months, right? Like, I paid my rent on time for 6 months. I saved a little bit of money. Maybe I went on a trip. Maybe I bought a new car. Got really extravagant. Maybe in 6 months, like what could really happen in the world in 6 months is just that that's that recognizable, to where it changes your whole life in 6 months. So most of the time when we talk about stuff like that, it's a catastrophe will happen. And in that catastrophe, I remember 6 months ago I was like this, and then this crazy thing happened, and so now my life's completely different. It's usually it's a negative connotation, and it's really a big deal to be able to take 6 months of your life and completely abandon everything. Because that's what you really have to do to be able to make it all the way through Jesus' house. You really got to abandon moms, dads, kids, jobs, money. Like, you really have to deny yourself and pick up your cross. You have to. You have to. And not everybody can do it. Most people can't do it, actually. And then after you graduate, to continue in that walk, even less people can do that. It's not easy to do, and sometimes I feel like 6 months graduated program, okay, and it's just like another box to check, and I just want to make sure that I say, if nobody else does, that there ain't no box to be checked to get through 6 months in Jesus' house. It ain't a box you check. It's just not. It's just not. And to continue to live with Christ afterwards is definitely not a box that you check. So I just wanted to say that, and then I only have really one more thing to say. I appreciate everybody that has helped support Jesus' house, whether you're here just because you're here, to support Brother Jeremy, or you've prayed, or you've given, or whatever it is. I really appreciate it, and I really want to take the opportunities that God gives us to come up here and talk about Jesus' house. And take those opportunities and use them to let you know that your prayers and your work and your attendance and your money even are not in vain. And so sometimes, you see the guys every Sunday and every Wednesday, and it just kind of becomes this mundane thing, and you think Jesus' house must be doing pretty good because there's guys sitting over there, and that's kind of what it turns into, and that's great, and that's fine, and if there's guys sitting over there, we're doing pretty good, right? But there's so much more to that. I know last time we did this, I think it was with Sister John, and I gave a lot of statistics. But I wanted to give you just a few more so you can understand what we're doing. So right now, Jesus' house, in 18 months, it's been 19 months actually now. So in 19 months, Jesus' house went from an old beat-up white house on the corner of Neal and Bradley to having contact and touching and ministering to 10 different counties around Champaign. Wow. 10 different counties around Champaign. From one old white house, old beat-up crack house, because that's what it was, on the corner of Neal and Bradley. And in the past 19 months, we operate and work with probation, parole, and courts and judges and attorneys in 10 different counties. Wow. Good. And they call us. We don't go looking for them. Trust me. I don't have time to go looking for people. I promise you. They call. So 10 different counties. Counting our transitional living home, and then Jesus House graduates, we've had 10 successful completions. I'm just going to call them completions because the word fits better. So in 19 months, we've had 10 successful completions. Out of those 10 successful completions, we've had only one infraction. I'm going to say that. We've had one infraction out of everybody that has completed Jesus' house. And what I mean by that is it means that somebody got a ticket, right? So let me say it again. So out of the 10 people that have successfully completed Jesus' house in the past 19 months, there has only been one incident where someone had a run-in with the law since then. I don't know if you remember the statistics from last time, but it was like 84 felonies and 54 misdemeanors and like 12 and a half years in prison and 7.5 years in the county jail. I remember them. Right. Well, you don't have to get excited. I don't really care. I'm excited about it. Graduate infraction, 1. After more than a month, okay? After more than a month, we have if a guy has come in, or a woman, has come into the program and stayed longer than a month, so that's the only numbers that I'm talking about, okay? So if they were here 2 weeks, I'm not counting them, or a week, I'm not counting them. So a month or longer, okay? Out of all of the people that have come in, we have a 39% success rate.
Right. That's right.
It went up since last graduation. If you don't remember, I do. Huh? Last time it was 24.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It was 24. Now it's 39. Secular rehab has done a great job. They went from 2 to 6.
Amen. That's good.
There's been almost $10,000 in fines paid in 19 months.
Wow.
That's good.
Yep.
That's a lot
Amen.
of money.
And right now, currently, everybody that has a kid is paying child support.
That's
Wow. Amen.
And I'm only saying all of that to say this. It is only by the power of the Holy Spirit and the blood of Jesus Christ
Amen.
that happens. That's it.
Right.
That's it. I drive a van or a Montero or a car or whatever. That's all I do. Whichever car I'm driving for the day. But that's all I do. And I just keep showing up. And these guys keep showing up and they keep surrendering and they keep submitting. And the women that have done it too. Matter of fact, if you were in Jesus' house or graduated Jesus' house or currently in Jesus' house or affiliated with an accountability program, that means Brother Ryan in the back there, would you please just stand up right now? If you're a graduate, you're in the house right now, you're in one of the houses right now, you've graduated the program, or you are accountability. You can stand up, you're in, as of today. Brother Jeremy just came in the program today, so that's fine. Brother Adam there is asleep probably, but that's okay, we have an acceptance thing with that. So anyway, so he's in the transitional living home. And then Brother Ryan back in the back there is not a resident. He is in our accountability program, has been for over a year and successfully graduated Champaign County Drug Court. And during his speech at Champaign County Drug Court, he did nothing but lift up Jesus' house in
Amen.
the which I thought was just awesome because I was there. So anyway, so cool. So thanks guys very much. You give them guys a round of applause for doing something different. Brother Tom's our financial guru. He's right there. He could have stood up too. But. Okay, that's all I really have. I appreciate you guys. Listen, if you are thinking about helping Jesus House in some kind of way, if you have people that you know are looking to help some kind of ministry and they just don't know what to do, please tell them about it. Give them my phone number. Get them involved. Jesus House changes lives and it changes communities. It's actually changing generations. You know that? This program changes entire generations.
That's right.
And then the generation after that too. And then the generation after that. Because if the dad gets right, the mom gets right, but if the dad gets right and becomes the dad they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
then the kids get right. And then their kids get right. And then their kids get right. And pretty soon we're making a difference in the world around us.
Right.
It's generation to generation. Actually, God said that I'll restore you the years the locust has eaten. I'll give them all back to you. From generation to generation. It's good stuff.
That's good.
Pastor Andrew, you're praying.